Hey, my name's Alvarez-Avalos, and this is a demo video to showcase my workflow for taking my animations and putting it into a fresh Unreal Engine project. So I'm going to begin with just getting my base Maya file. This is just the base T-pose file. Click on my root. This is where your rig is. Select hierarchy. Go to my geo. Select hierarchy. I use Control to select. Then File, Game Exporter, Animation Clips. Here I'm going to just call it Manny. T-pose. Change this to 1. Since all we're doing with this is just wanting to export the skeleton in the mesh. Select your export directory and click export. I already have this exported to save time. Now we're going to go into our animation. I'm just going to showcase one animation export. But ideally you want to have your idle, your walk, and your run. And then you're going to all export them the same way. For the animations, all you need to do is select the root, select the hierarchy, then File, Game Exporter, Animation Clips. Make sure the start and end line up with your time. Choose your clip name, export directory, export. Once that's done, we can open up our Unreal Engine through the Epic Games Launcher and launch an Unreal Engine's project. But I already re-exported some files, so here I have my T-pose, my idle, my walk, and my run. Once this pops up, you're going to want to go to third person. Under project name, choose whatever you'd like. I'm going to just call this Manny TWR for T-pose, idle, walk, run, demo. From here, before we do anything else, we're going to want to go to Edit, Project Settings, scroll down until we see Input, and we're going to add in our walk forward and back, our walk left and right, and our sprint. Under Action Mappings, this is where we're going to add in our sprint. Click the little arrow. This is where you can select your key. I personally like left shift. Click the little plus button to add in another one of these. Move forward, back, move left, just click W, forward, as for back, set S to a -1, A for the left, set A to -1, and D for right. This automatically saves, so you can just exit out of there once you're done. Here I'm going to make a quick folder, just to keep everything in one spot. Just going to call it Manny. I must begin with importing my skeleton, which is under my T-pose. Here, make sure it's importing the mesh and the skeletal mesh. Do not click import animations. Again, do not click import animations, and then you import. Once Unreal Engine starts screaming at you, you know you've done a good job. Just clear that, move it to the side. Then here we're going to import the rest. So we're going to do our idle. For here, you do not need to import the mesh. All we need is the skeleton. Once you do that, it should automatically select export time. Make sure this is your skeleton from your rig, and then import all. Once it's screaming at you, you've done a good job. And then import the rest. From here, we're going to want to just click this, delete this. We're not going to need that one. It's going to mess us up later on anyways. We're going to want to click on our skeleton and create a blend space 1D. This is going to be where we add in our animations. In our blend space, going to add in our idle, our walk, and our run. Here we're going to want to change the timing to whatever you'd like. For me, personally, I liked 900 for my run. And then the first tick for my walk. You can hold shift to click to each of these lines. Once that's done, if you hold control and move it across, you can see it start working. And then start shifting to the different animations. This could be a lot for some people, or enough, just so you can see everything working like this. If you want to actually get it to the next part, just keep watching. From here, what we're going to want to do, click on our skeleton again, and create an animation blueprint. Here is our depot skeleton blueprint. Going to want to open that up, slap in our blend space right here, connect this. You know it's working once this updates over here. Compile that, then we can just exit out of that for now. This is where we're going to go back later on to add in our speed. Now we're going to add in our character. Click on some empty space, blueprint class, character, Manny. I'm going to call this our character blueprint. Open that up. Don't need these nodes. Just delete them off. Start off with clicking up here, the Manny character blueprint. Select the skeletal mesh asset, and then select our skeletal mesh over here. We're going to click on our Manny. We're going to want to line him up. Just move him down a little bit. Try to line up his feet with the bottom as best as we can. And then line up his torso with the arrow to make sure he's facing forward with this one over here. Which I believe it was a 270 rotation, yeah. And then compile that. Test to make sure that works real quick. Just grabbing our little Manny character, dragging it in. There he is. We can check how far off he is off the floor. Would you say it's good enough right now? Real quick while we're here. Click on the little search bar. Make sure he's selected. Type in possess. Oh. Where it says auto possess player. Click player 0. Or else some things will mess up later on. Under Manny character blueprint. We're going to want to add in SpringArm. And then onto the SpringArm, we're going to want to add in camera. Here you can change your field of view for the camera. Then while selecting this, I believe we're going to want to disable use controller rotation yaw. Disable that. Compile, save. As you'll see, nothing works. That is because we have not added in our rotations yet. So now we're going to start with adding in those rotations. So here in the event graph, I'm going to start off with our mouse Y. Under mouse events, mouse X. Then add controller pitch input. Connect the axis value. Under mouse X, add controller yaw input, and then connect the value again. And then from here, we're going to want to go onto the SpringArm, and we're going to want to select use pawn control rotation. Compile and save. And when we go back in, there it goes up and down, there it goes left to right. If you don't like the way that it's moving up and down, you can go here and add in a multiply value. Connect it there, change it to -1, compile, save, and now it should be moving in a direction that's more accustomed to most games. All right. Now we're going to start off with our movement. What we're going to do is we're going to do our input axis. Actually, type in move forward and back, input axis events, and then move left and right. Then from here, we're going to want to add movement input. Connect the axis values to our scale values. Compile, save. Then we test again. And as you can tell, it is not working. Why is that? Because we still don't have our directions. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to start off with getting our control rotation. Break the rotator. Just want the yaw. Make rotator. Break this link. Just want it from Z to Z. I just right clicked on here to break the link, by the way. Get forward vector. Get right vector. Connect it to the world direction. Compile, save. And then now, you can tell, we can move. Oh yeah. All right. As you can tell, our character still has the same look. Here, we're gonna want to go to our, move that rotation up there. Animation class, we're gonna want to select the one that we have. This is where we select our animation blueprint. Now he's back in the pose. Compile, save. Now we're gonna add in our sprint, back in the blueprint. Just gonna select this. C to comment. Move forward, back. C to comment. Camera, rotation. This will be our sprint. Go to input, action, sprint. You can also just type in sprint, I believe. There's the action event. So here you're going to want to drag out from pressed. Turn off this context sensitive value. Set max walk speed. Copy this. We need another one. Slap it on released. Oh, there. My bad. I'm going to set this to 900 and set this to 225. Then we're going to want our character movement. Oh. Get character movement. Connect. Connect. Compile, save. Now you have your walk speed. Click shift. It's moving. Alright, sweet. Now that's done. We can move on to putting in our animations. Now for that, we're going to want to go into our animation blueprint. Event graph. We're going to make a couple things here. We're going to want to click on event, blueprint, update animation. Doing this from the start, just in case nothing was there. Try get on owner. Then we're going to do one more thing. We're going to make a variable. We're going to call it speed. Do here, make it float. And now we have our speed float variable. We're going to drag this out. We're going to ask it, is it valid? If it is valid, we're going to set our speed. From here, we're going to return the value. From here, get velocity. Vector length. And input the vector length into our speed. Compile. Save. Here an animation graph. Drag out our speed. Get speed. Input it here. Save. And here, you can see, can walk, can sprint, the last thing we need. Go into our blueprint, click on the character, and then orient rotation to movement. Compile, and there you have it. Now you can get your animations into Unreal Engine. Might have been a little bit of a sloppy video, but I hope it was quick enough and to where you can do this, just get it in there quickly and just have fun playing around with your character. If you have any questions, you can just hit me up on LinkedIn or on any sort of social media, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, thanks for watching this.